The controversy surrounding Disney's upcoming Snow White remake, set to debut in 2025, has escalated into a full-blown public relations disaster. With Rachel Zegler at the center of the storm, the backlash against the film has highlighted a growing disconnect between Disney's creative decisions and audience expectations. Fans have expressed frustration over what they perceive as a departure from the original tale, sparking calls for a boycott and placing the film at the heart of a larger cultural debate about the direction of Hollywood. At the heart of the controversy is Rachel Zegler, the actress cast as Snow White, whose public comments about the film and its messaging have added fuel to the fire. Zegler's remarks, dismissive of the original 1937 animated classic, have alienated fans who view the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs as a beloved cornerstone of Disney's history. During interviews, Zegler described the original story as outdated, taking issue with its focus on a love story involving a prince she characterized as a stalker. Rather than embracing the timeless magic of the original film, Zegler emphasized how the remake would move away from its traditional elements, opting instead for a modern reimagining that sidelines the romantic subplot entirely. "This isn't about a prince," Zegler stated. "Whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess." These comments, while intended to promote a more contemporary Snow White, have drawn sharp criticism from fans who feel the film strays too far from its roots. Adding to the backlash is Disney's approach to diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) in the film's casting and production. While diversity initiatives can enrich storytelling, critics argue that Disney's handling of these efforts in Snow White feels forced, prioritizing messaging over the magic of escapist entertainment. For many, the changes, including the casting of a Latina actress as Snow White and the removal of the original Seven Dwarfs in favor of a more diverse ensemble, feel like an unnecessary departure from the spirit of the classic tale. The response from fans has been swift and unforgiving. Social media platforms have been flooded with hashtags like #BoycottSnowWhite, reflecting a widespread sense of disillusionment with Disney's creative direction. The backlash intensified after the release of the first trailer, which faced widespread criticism for its tone and aesthetic choices. Fans expressed disappointment that the remake seemed to bear little resemblance to the original story, accusing Disney of prioritizing corporate agendas over audience satisfaction. Disney's decision-making has also come under fire for its financial implications. The company reportedly invested $300 million into the production of Snow White, with an additional $105 million allocated for reshoots in an attempt to salvage the film following the backlash. These reshoots, scheduled for late 2024, signal a desperate effort by Disney to course-correct, but they also highlight the growing pressure on the studio to justify its investment in a project that has already faced significant public resistance. Rachel Zegler's role in the controversy has been particularly contentious. Her outspoken comments and perceived lack of reverence for the original film have earned her the label of a PR disaster for Disney. Zegler has also blamed the marketing team for mishandling the film's promotion, accusing them of creating an environment that amplified fan outrage. However, her criticism of the promotional campaign has done little to quell the backlash. Instead, it has fueled the perception that the film's troubles are symptomatic of broader issues within Disney's creative and marketing strategies. The controversy has also extended to Disney's merchandising efforts, which have been significantly impacted by the boycott. The company had planned to release a wide range of Snow White-themed products, from dolls and action figures to clothing and accessories. However, the negative reception to the film has led Disney to halt production on these items, fearing that they will fail to sell. For a company that relies heavily on merchandise sales to bolster its bottom line, this represents a serious financial setback. The stakes for Disney are immense. The company is already grappling with a series of recent box office disappointments, including Strange World and Elemental, both of which underperformed and fueled criticism of Disney's creative choices. With Snow White becoming another lightning rod for controversy, the studio risks alienating its core audience while struggling to attract new viewers. Behind the scenes, Disney executives are reportedly scrambling to address the fallout. In addition to the reshoots, the company has assembled a new marketing team tasked with rebranding the film and shifting the narrative surrounding its release. This effort represents a last-ditch attempt to salvage the project, but it also underscores the challenges Disney faces in winning back the trust of its audience. The broader implications of the Snow White controversy extend beyond this single film. For Disney, the backlash serves as a stark reminder of the risks associated with reimagining beloved classics. While modern updates can bring fresh perspectives to familiar stories, they also carry the risk of alienating fans who feel a deep emotional connection to the originals. The controversy has also sparked a larger cultural debate about the direction of Hollywood and the role of social and political messaging in entertainment. Critics argue that studios like Disney have become too focused on pushing agendas, often at the expense of storytelling. For audiences seeking escapism and nostalgia, this shift represents a betrayal of what made Disney's films magical in the first place. However, others see the controversy as part of a broader reckoning within the entertainment industry. As studios grapple with evolving societal norms and expectations, they face the challenge of balancing tradition with progress. For some, the changes to Snow White represent an attempt to modernize a classic story for a new generation. For others, they signify a departure from the timeless qualities that have defined Disney's legacy for a century. As the debate continues, Rachel Zegler remains at the center of the storm. Her involvement in Snow White has reportedly cost her future opportunities within Disney, with sources suggesting that the studio is distancing itself from the actress in response to the backlash. While Zegler's talent and charisma have earned her praise in other roles, her association with Snow White has become a liability for Disney at a time when the studio can ill afford further missteps. The fate of Snow White remains uncertain, but its troubled production and reception highlight a growing disconnect between Hollywood studios and their audiences. For Disney, the challenge moving forward will be to rebuild trust with its fan base while finding a way to navigate the complexities of modern storytelling. What do you think about the Snow White controversy? Has Disney strayed too far from its roots, or is the backlash an overreaction to much-needed change? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on this story and other breaking news. Stay tuned for the next chapter in Disney's unfolding drama.